Hey y'all. Hey Hannah. She said I'm on time this time. Yes. Hey Jennifer. Just waiting on everybody to tune in, y'all. We have quite a bit who are not on yet. How y'all feeling this fine full moon? Good evening, Rosalind. Hey Erica. Hey sis, Naime is there. Tanya, I see you. Hey y'all. Good to see y'all. Peace, Hannah. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm feeling thankful as well, sis. This full moon has really, I've been feeling it. Let's just say that. I've been feeling this full moon. I've been feeling quite emotional. Not necessarily sad, just kind of feeling tired. I think that's what it is. Just like tired. You know, you can get caught up in everyday living, even if it's like good stuff, you know what I mean? Like family, friends, you know, just life in general. And you can get kind of caught up if you don't be careful, and you know you really can wear yourself out. So you know, lately with me feeling how I've been feeling, peace, Dina. With me feeling how I've been feeling lately, I have been meditating on the necessity to protect your energy. You know, this necessity to protect your energy, especially as empaths and intuitives, like many of us are. I can probably venture this. If I tell y'all to raise your hand, if you were, hey Donna, I guess if I tell you to raise your hand if you were empath, half of y'all, if not all of y'all, would probably raise your hand. You know. And empaths, we have it hard, you know, we feel. I know. Raise your hand. Oh my gosh. 2, 3 hands. And your feet, you know. So we feel, you know, and we want to support, we want to do, we want to be there for people, we want to be our best selves, you know. And so I've really been meditating on protection, you know, energetic protection, so that as we do our work, as we vibrate high, as we vibrate high, and because when you vibrate on a certain frequency, you attract people, right? So oftentimes when we attract people who are, that we feel are not the most balanced in our lives, we may wonder, how in the heck did I attract this, right? We wonder that. But fact of the matter is, when you vibrate on a high frequency, you're going to attract people who desire to vibrate high as well. And so it doesn't matter what level they're on, like where they are in their journey, whether they're super duper low vibrational or whether they're getting there, they're seeking, they're open. If they have even a glimpse of if they have a desire for even a smidget of what you offer, they're gonna, you may attract them. And so with that being said, we have people at our jobs, at our gigs, in our family, in our circle of friends who want to vibrate on a high frequency. They want better for themselves. They want peace. They want balance. But currently they're vibrating on a super low frequency, right? They vibrate on a low frequency, or even if it's not super low, it's just not their highest self. And so, yes, they're going to, you're going to attract them. And that's natural. So it is important for us to protect our energy. I said all that to say, in meditation, a level of the protection that came to me in meditation and just prayer for being prayerful of what does it mean to be protected without, because my concern is protection does not mean closing yourself off, right? Or creating this barrier. How do I create a force field that is protective but also attractive, giving? You know, how do I open my heart and still protect my heart? Or how do I give without overgiving? And what some of the answers that I've gotten has been powerful. As a matter of fact, I'll read a totem that kept popping up, you know, and that has been a message for me. And that's ladybug. Ladybug has been floating around. I first saw one walking across my windshield. Then a few days later, it was one walking on my door where the window is. It was just kind of walking. And then another time where the mirror is, it was like a little team of them, like 3 of them, walking around the mirror. So I'm like, okay, ladybug, I'm listening. And listen to what this ladybug said. And remember, what I've been vibrating on, meditating on, is how do I protect my energy? How do I keep it where I'm not feeling drained, you know, or I don't get weary. I don't want to get weary, you know. And look what Ladybug says. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Ladybug. Look at that. Oh, no, right today. Yeah, see that? No. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. It was powerful for me. It says the appearance of a ladybug heralds a time of luck in which our wishes, I don't like the word luck, but we'll go with it, in which our wishes begin to be fulfilled. Higher goals and new heights are now possible. Worries begin to dissipate. New happiness comes about. This insect also cautions not to try too hard or go too fast to fulfill our desires. Let things flow at their natural pace. Wow, I was like, what? Thank you, Ladybug. So what does that have to do with protection? A level of protection is making sure you're not wearing any worry, because when you worry, you are weakening your force field, and that leaves you open and susceptible to being knocked over and thrown away. She said, man, put my head under the covers and close the door. Right? Yes, Ladybug. Speaking. Come on now. I was like, okay. Thank you, Ladybug, for the message. My level of protection that I got from that message was my protection is not worrying. Another thing that came to me was to increase self-care, increase the love on myself, increase my heart chakra work, keeping myself open, because that's where the protection is really. We think protection is only in Ogungun or tourmaline, all those different things, the protection, barrier. But the other part, the duality of that protection is in having your heart open, letting go of your worries, letting go of your fears, letting go of your sadness, your anger, your resentment, letting go, of any of those things, not being concerned, And so admittedly, I have my times where I have concerns, not nearly as bad as they used to be, and I can quickly kind of get over them. But I still have them, and so that does leave me open and vulnerable to energy that I'm not wanting in my life. And then lastly, as far as protection go, I really it was a meme that was floating around, and it said something like, remember your energy is a privilege, or something like that. And it resonated with me to remind me that I have a choice on who I share my energy with. And I have my standards and my parameters. And it doesn't matter if you're friends, your family, you are whoever you are to me. I love you no less. And I am going to make sure I monitor the energy we share and do what I can to keep the energy balanced. And so some people, some of us, it's a little difficult because it's like, all right, how do I interact with my child or my mate or my boss or whoever if they don't have a balanced energy or energy that is vibrating on the frequency that I desire, meaning their energy is making me feel some type of way, which is not in a good way, whatever way that may be. They may make you feel anxious, maybe make you feel sad, make you feel angry, whatever those are. You really just got to get to a point where you're able to detach, be able to still show up and love and, be there, but detach. Like, I'm detached from it. I can talk to you. I can help you. I can be here for you, but I'm not attached to your energy like that, where you're going to kind of roll me on in to share that type of vibration that you got going on. It's just not going to happen. So, I'm grateful that I have the courage and the strength enough and an open heart enough to stand my ground in how I am sharing my energy and what I will engage in, how I will engage anyone as far as energy go, but still do it in an open heart manner. That's the balance. It's like, I don't mean no harm. I really don't mean no harm. And I'm gonna need for the pick. I'm gonna need to hang up right now. I'm gonna need to leave right now. I'm gonna need for you to remove yourself from this electromagnetic field. Anyway, I'm going on and on, but Spirit told me to share those revelations as somebody asked me, how am I doing? This full moon have been a thing with my emotions. It has brought me to really reflect upon protection. And my message was to not worry, to increase my self-care, open my heart, and to monitor how I engage my energy, and to just really understand and hold your position that your energy is a privilege. So treat it as such. So I'm listening. Most high, I'm listening. So it looks like everyone is here. Hey, if you can chat in the chat room, please do let me know. Give me a sound off on who's tuned in. Let me just, I put my do not disturb on. I guess I shouldn't have done that, just in case you got a question. Work in progress, working on engaging of energy. Thanks for the gentle reminder. Girl, we all need them. Giving thanks for the sweet reminders of life. I tell you, they always come at the best time, don't they? Always come at the best time. I'm grateful. Let me just check, make sure I'm not getting any messages, y'all. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Woo, my beach buddy for the strong end. So everyone, we're gonna jump right in. Now that everyone is here, everyone who can chat is chatting, I think. Hey, Carol, what's up? The tribe is in the building, y'all. What's good? I can't remember where everyone is from. Where y'all from? Who we have tuning in tonight? Where you from? Where you from? Still vibrating high from the weekend and having an awesome full moon. Yes. So I am burning, if you see in the background, I'm burning my Ogun candle, which is black and green. I do engage Erica in the ATL. Hope to see you Saturday, Erica. Of course, sis from Brooklyn in the house. Sis, I should be in New York possibly this month, if not this month in July. And I'll be doing something. We're going to do something while I'm there. Brooklyn, Donna, you in Brooklyn too? Yes. Bahamas, nice. But you live in Florida, nice. Tabitha, hey Tabitha. Orlando in the Brazil. Oh, Tawana got the whole family. Hey, Tawana and family. Happy full moon. And ATL shouted. Yes. Well, happy full moon. Who is first time? I know we have. I looked at the list and I did see at least a handful of first timers. If anybody in the chat room if this is your first time, let us know that this is your first time so we can welcome you. I see a whole lot of tribe, but I also see some newcomers, and we always welcome newcomers. I love it. Taking the spook out of spirituality, gathering with like minds, taking advantage of the energy. This is Tawana's first time. Y'all welcome Tawana and family. She has the family tuned in as well. Taking the spook out of spirituality, tuning in to the energy, using the energy, not being scared of it, not thinking it's too mystical and all that stuff. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful. So grateful. There will be a day. There will be a day where just as many people who gather, no digs, nothing against church, but just as many people who gather at churches like T.D. Jakes Church and Creflo Dollar Church and Joel Osteen and Paula White, I think her name is, there will be a day where just as many people who gather for church will gather for these type of meditations. Powerful. Just as many people who gather for the mosques, like the Atlanta Masjid and 14th Street Masjid and all the masjids, just as many people will tune in and gather. And even they would move from live streams to filling up domes where people will come together, center themselves, balance themselves, tune into their energy, heal anything that no longer serves them, move forward in a powerful way. That's my vision. That's my vision. That's real talk. That's my vision. That's a beautiful existence. When you have like minds, you have people not afraid to tune into themselves. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being around, like the majority of people around you are vibrating on their highest self, in tune with themselves, have healed their trauma, are able to encourage you and be encouraged themselves, are able to be open to share your energy without being vampiric or without judging you or without competing or without doubting or without projecting and all these different things, and people are whole and healthy and in tune and powerful. Can you imagine being around, like, majority of people around you are like that? That's my vision. That's my vision. Thank you, QT. You have been so on point, Queen. Thank you. I'm grateful. Somebody from DC. Yes. I wanted to be in DC next weekend, but there's so much going on. First time, but Tabitha, I can't believe this is your first time. What? Oh, wow. I don't think I would have known that. Guess I see you all the time in the tribe, so. All right, y'all. Let's get this thing going. Why don't we? I have checked all of my messages. I don't see any panic button being pressed. So we should be good. Great. So let's do this. Let us get in a comfortable position, and we're going to start with just getting ourselves relaxed and balanced. I want you to get really comfortable, because within the meditation that I do tonight, I'm going to add in a little inner child work. We're going to work with our inner child tonight. The inner child is it's you closest to your pure positive energy, right? Being impacted by different things of this physical experience. And because there was not any prior physical experience and you were still developing, you may have been impacted by many of your pure positive energy, may have been impacted by some of those situations. Those situations may have built perceptions. They may have built some subconscious insecurities, anger, resentment, and believe it or not, could have impacted your chakras so severely that you still carrying that energy with you. Does that sound resonant to anyone? That's that inner child. Inner child is that person, is that being. I want to be very clear, because when we start working with the inner child, know that when you hear people say we all have inner child in us, we do. We all have that pure positive energy being within us. This is what we're all really trying to get to when we say, I want to vibrate on my highest self. As a youth, you are the closest to pure positive energy. You know, you hear people say youth and elders are the closest to our ancestors. Our ancestors are our pure positive energy that we derive from. It's pure positive energy. And so when we have people in our families who transition into ancestral world, they carry a certain level of energy. And so when the physical body releases that pure positive energy, it releases back into pure positive energy. And so as a child, you're very close to that. When you come through the womb and you don't have any physical body experiences, you're very close to pure positive energy. And so we're always really trying to get back to that inner child. But that inner child is impacted, you know. I won't say unfortunately, because it just is what it is. The only thing about as a child that causes the issues is that when you're not able to reconcile with things or really understand what's going on in life, it can cause, like I said, those insecurities or that trauma that comes back out in adulthood. Like, for instance, if as a child you never had a stable home life, no matter what the situation was, whether your parents were in the military, or just kind of struggling financially, or there are so many reasons why children are nomadic, I call, where they're skipping from school to school, home to home, family homes to family homes. those type of things, never really developing relationships, being uprooted, depending on your sign, that could really have a issue. It could be a real issue with you. Some children or some signs really need stability for their energy to vibrate on the right frequency. And then some children, they really need that connection with their parents. So if the parents work too much, or it's so many different things. So when I talk about inner child work, what I'm pushing or hoping to happen is for us to be excuse me, sorry. What I desire is for us to connect with our inner child and what we are considering to be the trauma, and to be able to reconcile with it and get to a space where we're able to honor it as divine order and move from it being trauma to it being part of the design. That's really the inner child work that I like to do. Because oftentimes when we look at trauma, I'm not one that want to revisit what you feel to be trauma. Every time you revisit it, you're fueling that emotion that you have connected to that situation. You're fueling it. You're like bringing it back up. You're opening a womb. However, when you're able to retell your story, as a Iyanla would say, or tell a different story, as Afia, my sister Afia Masimoyo would say, when you're able to look at it and get a different perspective, not only see it different and speak it differently, but even feel differently when it comes to it, then that's when it shifts from trauma to you seeing it as a part of the design, a part of divine order. It's difficult. It is difficult. I acknowledge it. It's difficult. I'm not dismissing the fact that some trauma, it's very hard. You know, you have situations like rape. You have situations of abuse. You have abandonment. You have a lot of things that I understand happens in childhood. And I'm standing on the fact that everything is divinely ordered, and not in a way where there's this God that's sitting up on a cloud writing this out like, you nigga, I think I'm gonna write in here abandonment. You're gonna do great with that. Not like that. When I say divinely ordered, there's a level of energy that's already present in your bloodline, in your father, in your mother, in your grandmother, in your great grandmother, it's already some energy that's there. Energy doesn't stop, and energy is carried on. And so if there was not healing in the family, if there was not ancestral healing, that's why ancestral healing is so powerful as well. If there was not a balance of their energy, by all means, children could carry out some of those trauma. This is why you see in some families, molestation happens generation after generation after generation after generation, because it never balances out. It never, that child who is carrying that same energy as maybe the aunt who was molested, whatever vibration was happening up in there that brought that about, never got the healing. And so maybe that heart is vibrating on a certain frequency, or you're vibrating on a certain frequency that attracts a certain level of energy. This is not something that is different from when people say, oh, she had on a short skirt, so she attracted that. That's different, which, I get what they're saying, but we're not going there. I'm saying that many times energetically, you don't have no thought, no child. What does a child know in the womb who is in the womb of a mother who is a worrywart. Child doesn't know that. They're not signing up for that. And then the child doesn't know when they begin to be a worrywart themselves. They don't know that because it becomes a part of their life. So they become that. It's only when you begin to prayerfully learn about energy and do healing work and start to really revisit your inner child and all these different things that you can come to some sort of reconciliation to balance that energy out. And then that's when generational curses are broken. That's when you're starting to see major shifts in your life. And so I wanted to be very clear about the inner child work that I am talking about this evening. It's a wide range of inner child work that you can do. But what I'm wanting us to do is reconcile with any energy that is present when it comes to your mother, when it comes to your father. Those are two I would like to focus on this evening. Is the energy work, in the energy when it comes to mama and when it comes to baba. I love my mama, boy. We have gone through it. Let me tell you something. We have gone through it. You talk about fire. I was a fiery person. Still am. Just, it's channeled in a different way. And she is too, honey. So let's not get it twisted. So there was nothing she was going to say to me and get away with it if I feel some type of way. Boy. And when that mouth, that tongue gets slashing, it can get there. But I'm so grateful that, balance has come. And I'm going to share my testimonial one day, of that, because the healing work that I've done with my mother has changed my life. Like, it really has. And I know I say that about everything. Like, Moon Rich was the same. A lot of my moon work, a lot of my energy work, a lot of my healing work was me wanting to reconcile my relationship with my mom. A lot of the healing work, It was some of my baba there too, but a lot of it was with mama. And so when that healed, when I was able to really understand my purpose in her life, everything that I was trying to force as far as our relationship goes just started to happen with ease. Our relationship, the way we speak to each other, the way I uplift her, the way she uplift me, everything that I desired out of our relationship have come to pass after I really understood, healing and perspective. Like, really, that's really the biggest thing. Really, the biggest thing is detachment. After I understood detachment, being able to connect with my highest self, even when I feel like I'm running up against issues, energetic issues. So, very powerful time. All right. So with that being said, let's get into this work, y'all. Let's get into this work. Get in a comfortable position. I hope you have your candles lit, your incense. Go ahead and grab your stones, whatever you're working with this evening. If you're working with healing, obsidian stone would be great, or any of your black stones. Your heart chakra stones would be powerful for tonight, which are your green stones or your pink rose quartz. Yeah, green. It's the main ones for tonight. Green stones or pink stone. Giving thanks. Yes, it's 9:09 on peak, sis. You on it. All right. smudge your space, please do so. What you're seeing me doing, I'm just using sound to clear up the energy, shake up the energy, loosen it up. Start with some breathing. Begin your breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Deep breaths in. Make sure your breathing considers that the breath is going through all of the chakras from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Release slowly and completely through your mouth. And relax. In through your nose. Out through your mouth, relax. Let go of any thoughts, any worries. It's nothing for you to think about right now. Just be present in the moment. If someone is accompanying you with the meditation, don't worry about what they're thinking, how they're feeling. Get in your bubble and just relax. Inhale, bringing the breath all the way to your heart. Exhale slowly and completely. On that next inhale, I want you to bring it in deeply. Bring the breath in deep, and then I want you to hold it as long as you can. Allowing the breath to go through your body, float through your chakras, rejuvenate your energy, rejuvenate your cells. Hold it as long as you can, as long as comfortable. And then exhale slowly and completely. Feeling your chest relax. Let's do that breath a couple more times. Inhaling it to your heart, cleansing out any worry, any fear, any anxiety, any sadness, any stress. Hold the breath as long as comfortable. Then exhale slowly and completely. All right, on the next few breaths, take an inhale in deeply. And then when we exhale, I want you to exhale with a hum. Whatever hum is comfortable for you, you don't have to match my sound, but I want you to try to feel the vibrations in your first eye, in your throat, in your heart, wherever you want to make that vibration stimulate the chakra. I want you to try to do the tone of the hum in that tone. Okay, so you may want to feel around. You can watch me. Take a deep breath in and release a hum. you can play with the hum to see which tone that you desire. If you want it in your first eye, usually the higher tones are good. If you want it in your heart, usually the lower tones you go. If you want it in your throat, the lower tones. All right, you ready? Now take a deep breath in through your nose and release it with the hum. Relax in between the breaths. Deep breath in. One more. Relax. Let's go back to your regular breath, making sure you're getting complete inhales and complete exhales. Relax. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to be attached to. Release yourself from this world, this physical world, and just relax. If you're not in a comfortable position, make sure you get yourself in a comfortable position so you can relax your shoulders, release your jaw muscle. Relax. Let's go to your regular breath, inhaling in through your nose, releasing it through your mouth. Feel your chest collapsing when you exhale. Feel your rib cage relax. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Feel yourself just float. Detaching from the room that you're in, detaching from your mind, detaching from your body, just relax. Connecting with your spiritual self. Relax. Releasing anything that's on the mind. Just paying attention to your present moment in your body. Relax. I want you to visualize yourself, your 6-year-old self, 5 or 6-year-old self. I want you to visualize your 5 or 6-year-old self. And you're looking down at you as this child, and the child is looking up at you. The child looks concerned, maybe even afraid. Looking at you, I want you to reach down to that child, pick that child up in the most comforting way that you can pick her up or him up. I want you to hug that child, comfort that child, and let that child know everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here. I can protect you. I can love you. And feel that child release and lay their head on your shoulder and relax. Now take that child, that calm, relaxed child, and place that child in your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it. Relax. Now I want you to visualize your mother as a 5 or 6-year-old. Do the best you can. You're standing there. She's looking up at you, concerned, maybe even afraid. Very confident that you can comfort her. She's looking up at you and you pick her up in the most comforting way you can. I want you to comfort her, let her know everything's going to be all right. She's fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is going to work out. Feel her release the anxiety and relax her head on your shoulder. Pat her on the back, rub her on the back, comfort her until she feels relaxed. Now take her, now that she's confident, take her and place her in your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. I want you to do the same thing with your father. Try your best to visualize him as a 5, 6-year-old. Looking up at you, nervous, anxious, maybe even afraid. I want you to pick him up. Give him a hug, lay him on your shoulder. And I want you to let him know everything will be all right. It's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is working out. Everything's going to be okay. Feel him relaxing and releasing his fear, laying his head on your shoulder. Once he's fully comforted, I want you to take him and place him in your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. And just embrace yourself. And as you embrace yourself around your heart. Assuring yourself in the present day, assuring your inner child, healing ancestral wounds through comforting your mother's inner child, your father's inner child. And I want you to say to yourself, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working in divine order. There's nothing to be afraid of. I am strong enough for this journey. I am courageous enough for this journey. have infinite possibilities and access to abundance. Every moment is a new moment. Every day is a new day. Everything is always expanding. There is only the present moment. There is nothing for me to hold on to. There's everything for me to be open to. I am one with the universal current of abundance. I am whole just how I am. All things work in divine order. I love. I receive love. I give love. I embody love. I am safe. I am secure. I am happy. I am loved. Feel yourself confident in yourself, your mom, your baba. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. Energizing your heart, your mom's heart, your father's heart, and the hearts of all of your ancestors. Hold it as long as you can. And release it when you're ready. Slowly come back to yourself. Give you thanks for the moment. Give you thanks for release. I give thanks for the sadness that's being released. Give thanks for the love that's being attracted right now to those who are wanting pure love in their lives, who are wanting healing, who are wanting a shift. We give thanks for the opening of the heart. We give thanks for that release of that burden off that person's heart. Whoever it is that I'm feeling, believe that it's true. The worst thing they can believe is that it's too good to be true. It is true. It is so. I think it's released off your heart. Never to be thought about again. And even when thought about, to be thought about in a way where we can give thanks for our release, for our healing. We give thanks for the healing of the mother's hearts from tonight's meditation of those who are working to help heal your mama's heart. We give thanks for the healing of our baba's hearts, of their energy as we stand in the gap through our own healing. We give thanks. We know as we heal ourselves, we heal each other. So the first way to heal each other is to heal ourselves. So we give thanks. One thing that is true is that our parents are people. Our parents were carried in wombs that many of us don't know what state our grandmamas, our great grandmamas, our aunties were in when they carried them in the womb. We don't know what state our great great grandmamas were in when they carried our grandmamas, who carried our grandmamas, who carried our mamas, who ended up carrying us. And so if it's nothing else to help you to really tune into empathy for your parents or any family members who have caused any hurt, tune into empathy to really understand that they didn't mean no harm. They really didn't. No matter how evil you feel like they were, no matter how incompetent, ignorant, selfish, everybody is always doing the best, literally doing the best. Because even when you know better, if you're not in tune vibrationally, you can't do better. We know that. And so it's not to dismiss any pain that may have been caused because of childhood issues, but it is to challenge you to really tune into the vibration of empathy, to understand that energy does not stop. And our parents are spiritual beings just like we are, having a human experience. They didn't choose their human experience. They are just merely a vibration that is continuing. And so if they never had the opportunity to heal, they never had the opportunity to understand energy or work with their energy or heal in whatever way, even if it wasn't in the same way that we're doing this evening. If they never really truly understood healing, that they couldn't possibly be there how we expect them to be there. It's not possible. And so when you think about a child who hasn't learned how to walk yet, who hasn't learned how to use the toilet yet, who hasn't learned how to read yet, but they have the toilet, they have books, they have shoes, but they haven't learned how to utilize the legs. They haven't learned how to identify when to go. Then there's certain things you just can't expect of them. So we cannot be angry with them. We have to just work with them where they are. They are doing the best that they can do, even though sometimes we may feel they're not. We may feel like they're not trying hard enough. They're doing the best that they can do according to their skill and their will. And our parents, I guarantee you, no matter who they are, and like I said, how bad you feel they are, or how ignorant, or how whatever, poor or anything, they all were doing the best that they could do according to their skill and their will. And we are too. We are too. So I speak healing upon anyone who is tuned in, who sometimes it's deep. Sometimes it takes several moon cycles to do this healing work. But I do speak healing, and I really speak courage and steadfastness on the behalf of you so that you can truly get the healing that you desire. As long as you desire it, it doesn't matter where the relationship is right now currently, even if they're not here in this physical world, no matter what memories you have, it doesn't matter. If you truly desire balance when it comes to your childhood, if you truly desire healing and balance, you can get it. You have access to infinite possibilities, including your healing, no matter what it is. You just have to stay steadfast to your desires. All right. How y'all feeling? The energy is quite high this evening. For my newcomers, or meditation is usually not that long, I would say, but I feel like it was strong this evening. So we give thanks. We give thanks for the push to even address inner child, because I would say you don't know how much it impacted you, but I believe many on here know how much inner child vibrations do impact you, things that have happened to you in the past. Okay. All right. Let's transition. How you feeling? Y'all, let me do a post check now. I got to do a post check. Let's do a post check. If we didn't have to keep moving, we could stay on this all night. But let me tell you, when the vibes move you to stay on something, if you're feeling this and your vibe is saying stay here, stay here. You have the link. You can tune back in and do the activity that I'm about to do. So that's number one. But also, please understand that you don't have to pray for something 20 times. You don't have to sit in meditation for 5 hours. All you have to do, the minute that you tune into the feeling of that thing that you're working on, the minute that you really tune into it vibrationally, is when things start to shift. So that's what that whole thing about the faith the size of a mustard seed. The minute you can really connect with that healing and really feel that weight lifted off of your heart, the minute you can feel that weight lift off your shoulder, or you can breathe and you really felt that release, it's done. It's done. It may take a process for you to see it in the physical world, see things shift in the physical world, but the minute you feel, like his sister is saying, Artavia is saying, I'm feeling light. Whenever you feel that, that's enough. It's done. When you emote, when you're able to feel, that's when things start to create, and that's when things start to shift. So please understand, it doesn't take you 5 hours. It could take you 5 hours if the spirit lead, by all means. But I'm saying it can take you 5 to 7 minutes. It just depends on how tuned in you are to what it is that you're desiring. And that comes with healing, that comes with manifestation, that comes with anything. The energy of the feeling, that feeling is that battery spark that, like when you charging up the car, or when you hit the gas and you revving up that engine, the feeling, the emoting, when you feel it. So that goes the same way with feeling sadness or feeling anger or feeling fear. When you're feeling it, that's when you're creating. So be aware. Be aware of what you're emoting. That's why I say every Monday you need to be tuning into your emotions. What are you emoting right now? Because that's probably what you're going to be carried into your week, and you're going to be creating for the week. So with that being said, let's move on to our full moon activity for this evening. Okay. You all grab your paper and your pen. And I'll give you instructions for this evening. Now, this one we are going to burn this evening. On full moon, we do burn the paper. We do not keep it in our journals. Giving thanks for you feeling so open, QT. I give thanks. Alicia. And they show out through your parenting. Absolutely, Alicia. Great for you feeling reflective, Crystal. Before we start, I want us to think about 1 to 3 things that you know that you have prayed for or meditated on that came to pass. Preferably, it's something that you've been writing in your new moon journal, you've been doing your vision board, last few months, or in January when everyone do their vision boards, or doing the fall equinox, anything like that. I want you to think of 1 to 3 things that have worked out in your favor, that has manifested, and I want you to give thanks. Okay, I want you to give thanks. And if you're in the chat room, feel free, you can share those things. But I want you to give thanks. I have been scripting and praying and meditating on my mother eating more healthfully. And for the last, I'll say 3 to 6 months, definitely 3, maybe more. My mother has been faithfully doing her smoothies every day. That's a victory for me. That is a victory for me. I'm telling you. I have been working on my credit and prayerful that in some way, shape, or form, I get a shift in that area as far as credit and money and all these different things go. And I'm pushing a 800 credit score. I'm this close. And the seeds of abundance have bloomed in my life, I must say, when it comes to my finances. So I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And I am moving forward with all of my desires when it comes to what I had been fearful of, because before I didn't know if, I could get it or I could sustain it or I can whatever. Like, I'm moving forward. What you're hearing me doing right now is not bragging. I am harvesting. Like I talked about, strawberry moon is the time for you to, strawberry full moon is the time for you to harvest. It's the time for you to give thanks. It's the time for you to really acknowledge how the Most High have shown up in your world. Oftentimes we sit around on a full moon or a new moon and we're wanting. And I'm not one to diss that. Like, I have desires, but just as much, it has to be a balance, mods. It has to be a balance. Just as much as you put out your desires in this world, you should be putting out your praise and worship. Mm-hmm. Praise and worship. It's a reason why in the church there's a praise and worship service. That's conjuring up that energy. If anybody know metaphysically, a lot of us don't know metaphysically, but metaphysically, when you start the service out with a praise and worship, you get that energy flowing. Open up the energy. As I guess they would say, the gates of heaven is open. When praises go up, blessings come down, is what they say. Church, uh-oh. Y'all see the top of my feet. I had a tambourine. But yes, that's what happens. When you open up, that's energy. When you're giving thanks, I give thanks. Like, for the little things, let me tell you, I give thanks that I prayed for. Let me tell you, I have prayed for a sound relationship with my son. And I prayed that my parenting would be a style that nurtured him and made him feel safe and made him feel whole and makes him feel important and confident and all of those different things. And you see me, I didn't get a manual on how to parent. And I'm not saying that, let me just say, I have parented. I'm not happy about the way I've parented in some phases of my life. But with that prayer, I always had it on my new moon. I always had it in my prayers and meditations. What came about is my focus on detachment from expectations and what I think he should be and what I think I should be. And I've been working on that detachment. And with that work came a better relationship with my son and a relationship where I feel that he feels comfortable and he feels confident. And I'm able to parent him in a way that's not domineering and disciplinary and or descending, like condescending. Condescending is the word I'm looking for, because oftentimes we treat our children like they don't know anything, or like they're not, their view of life is not valid because they are children, And I must say that my whole parenting style and my confirmation was one day I was talking to a sister, and he was privy to the conversation. He was there. And I was telling her about, my newfound way of parenting and how much more freeing it is and relieving even to me, because I don't have any worries. I don't have any attachment to how he's doing in the school, how he's doing. I care about it. I ask about it. I'm a willing participant. I'm a facilitator in the journey, but I'm not like going wild over it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh man, you just seem like such a patient and nurturing or something parent. And he was like, it's built. He just was like, it's built. I was like, okay, wait a minute now. Oh, hold up. But it was a confirmation to me because I've been putting in work. I'm like, man, listen, I know how I felt as a child. Where I felt like I ain't have no say. Where I felt like I'm trying to prove myself my whole life. I'm trying to, I'm trying to show that I am somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm worried about. I'm trying to show that I am smart. I am this. I am that. Lord have mercy. But that's just we don't know. Our parents didn't know. They were just parenting how they were parenting. But I give thanks. And I'm going on about what I give thanks, and I hope I'm not distracting you on what you give thanks for. But I am also wanting to give example of how you just think through your life. It's more than material. I know there has been some shifts that's happened in you all's lives. I know there has been some material gains, some spiritual gains, and all of these different things in so many of you all lives. Some of you have shared. Others, I dream about y'all, and then when I see y'all, it's confirmed. It's like, I know it's been some. So take the time out tonight to give thanks, and sometimes it's for the little things, what we think is little, but they're really big, But for those even little things, like give thanks. That's our harvest time. And in agriculture, when you do not harvest, you are telling the land, I don't need this. And so the next season is not going to give you as many peppers. It's not going to give you as many, whatever it is from that same field or from that same crop or, So we want to let the Most High, let it be known that you are grateful. And I'm careful in how I'm saying that, because when you say let the Most High or let God know you're thankful, it's like you're giving thanks to something that's disconnected from you, that you have some sort of connection to, but you are not one with. No, when I say let the Most High know, it's like connecting with that vibration, your source of life, and stimulating a level of energy that keeps it going. It's like, for an example, when you got a car, I don't know, I'm old. My Baba had some old school cars. So when you're cranking it up, sometimes you got to rev it up. You got vroom, 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 vroom. It's almost like you got to let it know, I'm trying to wake you up. So come on, and then it'll get to going, it'll catch, And so that's kind of how gratitude is. It's like, yeah, this is what I love. Right there. Let's keep that coming. I love that. That's that gratitude that keeps that energy flowing. That's letting the Most. It's like, that's your source of life. So it's like you letting it know, like, yeah, this is it. This is it. Giving thanks. Lord, no, this is my desire. Oh, I'm grateful. Thank God for peace. Thank God for happiness. Thank God for that's what you want to do. A lot of times we find ourselves giving more energy to complaining than we do giving thanks. Gotta be careful of that, because where you put your energy is what you're getting back. So when you rather give thanks than to complain about what is going wrong in your life, there's something going right. Every moment that you breathe, there's something going right. Q says, thank you for making me understand the power of changing my thoughts in a new direction. Also being grateful, thankful for all the little things. I'm so whole and rich in my life. Yes. Ooh, I felt that. I'm so whole and rich in my life. Giving thanks. Wholeness and richness. All right. So We have given thanks. We have harvested, given thanks. Now, for my agriculturalists or my gardeners or farmers on the live stream, after you finish harvesting, what do you do after that? You got to get the beds ready or the ground ready for the new crop. And in order to do that, you got to clean it up. You got to shift it around. You got to get rid of things that's you don't need in it no more. Pull up the roots, the old roots. Pull up any weeds that may be in there. You may need to cultivate a little bit. Put a little, here for urban ag, put a little alfalfa. You got to put a little, some compost. You got to put a little something in there just to get the grounds ready so you can keep receiving. And that's what we're going to do now as we close out. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on releasing now. You part of a meditation with me and we talking about releasing. We don't want to sit for 30 minutes and conjure up all the things we don't like about our lives and burn it. It don't take that long. We know the things that don't serve us. And so that's why I wanted to leave this part for the very end and make it quick. We're not going to marinate on it for too much because, again, where you put energy at is what you're going to continue to feel and see. And so when I'm doing the full moon meditations, when we're doing the burning activity, I like to do it quickly, that we don't have to think about it too much. We don't want to conjure up the sadness, the fear, the anger, any of those different things. We don't want to put too much energy. I try to put less than 30 seconds on those type of things. Acknowledge it and keep it moving. Because the only reason why we have these dualities in life are things that make us sad, angry, scared, or any of those different emotions. The only reason why we have those things or we're feeling those things or we notice those things is because they are indicators that we're not matching up with our higher selves. We're not necessarily we're not where we want to be. This is not where I want to be. I want to be over here, so that's what those things are for. It's not for us to hold on to that and hold on to pain and hold on to disappointments and hold on. No, it's to be reminders of what we really desire. It's just the sweet reminders. When you feel something and you're noticing every time you talk to them, you're mad or you're scared or you're sad or whatever, it's just a reminder that, listen, your vibration is here. That's where you want to be. So, what do we have to do? And so that's how we want to use it. We don't want to hold on to it, right? Okay. So we're going to do this quite quickly, right? Cleaning out our beds, if we use agriculture as an analogy. Cleaning up our beds so that we can plant our seeds in fertile ground, right? And so let's clean it up. Okay. The most fertile soil in our life is our mind, and is in our tongue, and is in our thoughts and in our words. That's our most fertile ground. Okay. So tonight I want you to really focus on, are there any thoughts that you need to release? Are there any behaviors that you need to release? Are there any words that you say that you need to release tonight? And that's what we're releasing tonight so that we can cultivate. Because when we plant seeds in our fertile ground, which again, our most fertile ground as human beings, our most fertile ground is our thoughts and is our words, our tongues. The actions come because of our thoughts and our words. Then it actualizes, it comes into this physical experience. Because remember, we are spiritual. We have a spiritual body, emotional body, and physical body. Our spiritual body is that energy. We vibrate on a certain frequency, which causes certain thoughts. Then our emotions, that energy that we're vibrating on creates a level of feeling in us. It starts to hit that sacral chakra. You start to feel and you start to emote. Whether you're saying anything or not, you start to vibrate that frequency. And then after it hit that emotional body, most likely it comes into the physical body. So it comes out as words. It comes out as actions. It comes out as behaviors. It starts to impact your body, maybe physically. Anger starts to impact your heart. It starts to fear starts to impact your stomach. worry, impact your kidney, all those different things. So if you can remember that, taking the spook out of spirituality, y'all, I'm going to try to break it down so we can think about it. Let's think about it as energetic science and stop thinking it's just so mystical. These things, this meditation and affirmation, all this stuff we're doing is not just mystical. It ain't just happening just because. We're literally tuning into our energetic science. So now, tonight, we are using writing. I'm not going to go through all the science, but there's a science behind thinking and writing. That's why Erykah Badu say, write that ish down. That's why everybody say, it seems like when I write things down, they happen. Okay, now, it's not just, it just seemed like it's coincidental. No, energetic science. We're writing things down. We're thinking of what are things I know I need to release. We're not going to put a whole lot of energy behind it. We already know what they are. You need to write it down. Write it down. Then we're going to take the steps to burn it. As we are burning it, we are releasing it. The smoke that's coming from the paper, we are allowing that smoke to go out into the universe, that the universe houses pure positive energy. We're letting that vapor go out into pure positive energy. That vapor, imagine that smoke that's coming out are the thoughts, are everything that you was thinking about when you was writing it down is going out into the universe, becoming pure positive energy. That is how this whole full moon activity works energetically, okay? And so that's what we're doing this evening. Remember, you're focusing on, we're cleaning up our soil so we can plant our seeds. So we're cultivating our soil by our soil that we're thinking of tonight is our minds, our thoughts, and our words. And we can get into the behavior piece. All right, we'll do that. Spiritual body, emotional body, physical body. Our thoughts, are there any thoughts that you need to release? Any beliefs that you keep believing about yourself, that you keep believing about your family, about your money, about any beliefs that don't serve your greatest good, that don't serve your heart's desires, that is no way at all cultivating the seeds that you're planting for your abundance, for your balance, for your healing, for your elevation, for your forward movement, for your awakening, for your enlightenment. If there's anything that you need to release from your mind, the beliefs, release it, write it down. If you believe it's not enough money, you need to write that down. It is. If you believe you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not skilled enough, you're not connected enough, you're not, whatever beliefs that you have, that whether they're subconscious or conscious, I want you to write those down right now. That's the beliefs, those thoughts you keep thinking. That's what beliefs are. Thoughts you keep thinking. That's all beliefs are. Thoughts you keep thinking. When it comes to your health, a lot of us are trying to get healthy. We're trying to lose weight. We're trying to get more fit. We're trying to get more strong. We're trying to get more flexible. We're trying to get rid of ailments that we have. Do you have a belief that is too far gone? Do you have a belief that it's not healable? Release that belief. Do you have belief about your children, about your past life, whatever it is? And then words. Do you use the word don't too much? Do you use the word I'm going to try? I think, I hope so. Hope. You use that word. What about hope, Queen? Why do you say hope? It's a difference between hoping, having faith, and knowing. Hope is you're introducing the possibility of it not being the case. So hoping and I'm going to try and all of that, and I can't and I don't, and I release those words. Release those words. If you have a tendency to get into gossip, that's sometimes, it is what it is. If you have that tendency, release that. Release that. If you have a tendency to gravitate towards drama, whatever it may be, we got to be honest with ourselves, and it's okay, then release that. If that interests you, if that's an interest of yours, drama is an interest of yours, release that. Because even if you're not a person of drama, beautiful Kim, even if you're not a person of drama, like you don't be walking around like seeking out drama, but you're entertained by it or you're interested in it, you absolutely can be impacted by the energy. So release that, release it. All right. So write all that down. That's what you're going to do. Write it down. You can fill up the paper. You can turn it on the back. Whatever you need to do. You can get a whole nother sheet of paper if you need it. And then when you finish, I want you to burn it. And again, when you're burning it, I want you to remember the intent is for the smoke of this paper that you're burning to be releasing any energy that's connected to anything written on it and releasing it to the universe to bring it back to pure positive energy. Because everything starts as pure positive energy, okay? And that's what we want, and I mention that because we go through situations in life that causes us to be thrown off energetically. But know that everything is in divine order. Divine order is pure positive energy. So everything is still always reaching towards pure positive energy, always reaching towards balance. Your body is always trying to heal. We are always trying to seek expansion. We're always expanding. We always want more, all that. We're always wanting more for ourselves. We're always wanting balance for ourselves. If you get to the point where you're not wanting growth or you're not growing, anything not growing is dead. And that's why you meet people who are energetically dead, and oftentimes people transition once their will to live dwindles. So that is the last thing that I'm going to instruct you to do this evening. After you have burned it, I'm going to leave you to burn it. I'm going to close out the session, speak some affirmations, confirmations, beautiful things over us. And then I'm going to leave you to burn it. And I want you to just relax. I want you to celebrate. Like, give thanks. After you burn it, like, give thanks for... I don't even have a word for, like, the power in our existence. Like, give thanks. The only word that people have made up to try to describe it is magic. It's like, we are powerful beings. Like, when we are in tune and we are really, like, paying attention to the present moment and paying attention to ourselves and really, like, loving on ourselves, meaning, like, we're getting to know ourselves, we're honest with ourselves, we are detaching from, we are consciously stopping ourselves from projecting and always kind of looking back at ourselves in love and in determination to bring ourselves to peace and all of that. When you're there, like, you can live a powerful existence. It's really powerful. Like, I talk about the ladybug totem kind of simple earlier, but that's powerful. Like, for me to be meditating on something and really wanting an answer, and a ladybug floats across the window, and I'm knowledgeable enough to look up ladybug totem and get a message that totally feeds my heart and my soul and everything, like, that's a powerful existence. People look at money and things and all that. That's great too. By all means, I have my desires. But I look at a beautiful, abundant, prosperous existence as being me having a question that I feel, if answered, could improve my life. And the energy being so powerful and my connection to everything around me being so vibrant that a ladybug can come with the answer. Come on now, that's powerful, right? Or I could think of something. I could just be thinking of something and it works out. As long as I'm just thinking that in an easy way, I'm not anxious or whatever, and it just works itself on out. Powerful. I can't tell you how many times that has happened. Just a powerful, powerful thing. So, give thanks for that. That's the state you should be in after you do your burning. Like, give thanks for power. Give thanks for being in this physical experience, because it's a powerful experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And we have so much access to such miraculous things. Like, at every moment, we have a possibility of experiencing something amazing, which is enough to give thanks for, before we even see things actualize. That's enough. That reality, when you really know that you are living that reality, that's enough to be thankful for. And when you tune into that reality is when anything you desire, and you will know anything you desire is yours, period. Like, period. It is. Like, hands down, like, no fear. Like, I'm not concerned. And I'm not concerned about when and how it's going to actualize and when is it going to happen and why it ain't happen now and look who it happened to and it didn't happen to me and blah, blah, blah. I'm not worried about all that. All I know is as I continue to walk this journey and I stay at peace and I stay vibrating on the highest frequency and I keep my heart light and I keep my heart open, that everything that I desire in this life will actualize, hands down. And that's what we want to give thanks for after we do our burning, okay? All right, y'all. It has been beautiful per usual. Give thanks for you joining me on this strawberry full moon. Strawberry full moon that urged us to give thanks, to make sure we harvest, and give thanks for the sweetness and the bliss of our life, which we did. Giving thanks for all of the healing that happened tonight. The burdens that have been released, the breaths that have been strengthened and lengthened, being able to breathe a little bit easier, for the upliftment, for the camaraderie that we have. We give thanks. We just give thanks for, all the newcomers and the impact that this meditation will make on their lives. And we just give thanks. I give thanks and I speak so much. I'm so grateful, Latanya. Really, I am. We give thanks and I speak that we will walk boldly and courageously and royally. Listen. You should be walking this land. I was born and raised Christian. So a lot of the stories I tell as analogies are from the Bible. If you're not Christian, I'm not here to turn you into a Christian. If you are Christian, I'm not here to make you change your thoughts about Christianity or how you believe in Christianity. But the story of Jesus walking this land, knowing his power, using his power with confidence. Like, Jesus was gangster in the Bible. Like, some of the stuff he would say to people or just be like, like the story where he's walking through and like, who touched the hem of my garden? The hem? Who touched the hem of your garden? A garment? First of all, you so powerful, you felt somebody touch the hem. Let's be very clear of the hem, y'all. The hem, y'all. Let's be for real. Who touched the hem of my garden? Garment. I keep saying garden. Garment. We should be walking the land just that in tune, just that powerful. Let's be very clear. And although Jesus was challenged in the hills, if we know any of that metaphysics, and soon come, I'm definitely doing my metaphysical Bible dictionary classes. But he being tried by the devil in the hills. People talk about that like even God was tempted and doubted and blah, 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 blah. No, the story was showing how even at your peak, in the hills, in the mountains, the top, you can get challenges. You can get challenged even at the top. People think once you get money, once you heal your relationships, your heart open, oh, she just don't go through nothing no more. She just don't know. Like the devil can come around, but that's not going to deter you. That's not going to move you off of your journey, and you're going to keep your journey going. And listen, Jesus knew that he was going to be crucified. Knew it. But Jesus was doing the work to make it to that day. Knew it. It was no doubt about it. Like it wasn't no trying to convince somebody, nah. So, and that's as we work, that's what we should be working towards. That crucifixion of ourselves, that crucifixion of that ego, crucifixion of all those expectations, crucifixions of all of that. And the rebirth into pure positive energy, into pure spiritual being having a human experience without worrying about all of the other stuff. It's still there, but I'm not worried about it. I'm detached from it. I am experiencing this life as an observer. I see it happening, but I have courage. I have a knowing that everything is always working out for me. Everything is in divine order. I can see love in everything. I see the lessons in it all. The blessings are the blessings. That's where we want to head to. That's really where we want to head to. So I speak that type of walking as if you walking in your glory. I speak that over all of us. May we walk in our glory. May we understand how beautiful we are, how powerful we are as we move forward. May we understand that literally everything is always working out for us, not just working out, but always working out in our favor, in our own favor. May we walk with our head held high and our hearts open and light. May our hearts be light. May our hearts be light. May we not worry too much about it. May we attract the support we need to help us to not worry. May we attract the tribe that we need to help us not worry. To help us to be easy about life. To help us to allow things to just roll off our backs, no matter what it is. To help us not to get overly excited, not to be overly angry, not to be overly anything. Just meet life with the balance and with the knowing, not faith, not hope, not believing, with the knowing that everything is always working out for us, no matter what. May we be present in the moment. With that knowing, may we be present in the moment so that we can see the beauty in this journey everywhere we are. So we can catch the ladybug, so we can see the eagles flying, so we can see the messages and hear the messages that the oceans and the seas and the trees and the flowers and the gardens and the associations and the things happening around us. May we be present enough so we can see it, comforted by our knowing that everything is always working out for us. We give thanks. We give thanks for that reality, that existence that we all shall live towards. And we speak our success and our prosperity, our abundance and our healing that's going to carry us throughout the rest of this summer, into the fall, and throughout the remainder of this year. We give thanks in advance for it all. The lessons, the blessings, all of it. We give thanks. Ashe, Amen, Amen. And so it is. All right, y'all. I was in Rare Farm tonight. Somebody said, preach. I was just about to say, I feel like my Bible popped to me today. I was Reverend Yaninga tonight. Give thanks, y'all. Listen. Reverend Yaninga, I'm closing up the doors of the church. All right, y'all, I'm done. I know I said it'll be a short message, but y'all know how it goes with the preachers. They be saying it's gonna be short. They said 10 times, and that thing be about 2 hours long. So I want to hear your experience, you and the family. I'm sending my peace and love to y'all, and hopefully that this has been impactful for you as well as any of my other newcomers for tonight. We're gonna close this thing on out. You all make sure you do your burning. Y'all burn it now. Don't just leave it. Burn it. Let the smoke go up. Turn the pure positive in. Let it go. Spend the rest of your evening and the next 3 days celebrating the power, the glory of your life. So I give thanks. I'm gonna stay on for a little while just to answer the questions that you may have. If you have anything you'd like to share, please feel free to share that. If you're in the Atlanta area, I hope to see you on Saturday. I really do, at the summer solstice event / solar return celebration. A couple of sisters have gotten together, more than a couple, a few sisters and a brother have gotten together and they've been planning this thing, and I'm super excited. I'm grateful for the support, for the appreciation, for the love, for you to even go out your way to do that. That's a lot. Planning an event and doing it for someone else is like, wow. I'm humble. I'm very humble, very much so humble. So I want to see you there. If you're in Atlanta, you got to be there. Period. Okay. I'm gonna feel some type of way if I don't see you there. I don't want to guilt you into being there, but I do want to see you there. It would just be so powerful for you to be in the place, to have everyone there. My Baba is gonna be there. My mama is gonna be there. My sister is gonna be there. I hope my nieces may be there. Oh my God! I'm so excited to share my family with my family. Yeah, it's gonna be powerful. It's gonna be drumming. It's gonna be dancing. It's gonna be one of my favorite chefs is cooking. Oh, I'm like saving all of my calories for this week, for Saturday. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like a family reunion of powerful people in the building. I'm gonna do a meditation. I'm really like telling myself, don't get emotional. Just do the meditation now. Come on, y'all. Just do the meditation. But I'm gonna do a meditation. I got some people flying out. Like, I'm just so excited about it. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you definitely want to be in the building. Come represent the Queen Yin Ministries, just to support the celebration. And we'll have some space for people to share their testimonials too. Because I think one thing I asked the people who are planning it, I said, I really want people to be able to share their testimonials, not to big me up, but to put that level of energy of gratitude out that will shift everybody who is in the attendance world. When you can tune into other people's testimonials and you can really feel them, it is a powerful thing. That is why when people go to conferences, when people go to these places where people of like minds come together and they're sharing their skills, they're sharing their knowledge, they're sharing their testimonials, it becomes powerful for the next man. And so for people to be able to share their testimonials and share how they've been impacted while they have been living intentionally and doing their moon meditations and, using their gemstones or getting coaching with me and working on their life and, really tuning in and it's powerful. It's going to be powerful. I know it's going to be powerful and I'm excited about it. I'm going to want it to last forever and ever, but I know it's only one day. So yes, it is on the 22nd, this Saturday, 7 p.m. Till, from what I'm hearing, 10-ish, this Saturday in College Park. Location to be disclosed at registration, just so we can keep it private and secure, We just want to make sure we keep it secure. So if you register, when you register, you would get the absolute location, but it is in the College Park area. One of these days, I'm going to be able to hop a flight out and kick it with y'all in person. I know I have a family in Atlanta, so I will be out more often at some point. And I can't wait, Alicia. I really can't. I look forward to when you can come hang out. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Everybody good? Yay! Let me know how you feeling, y'all. If you can't chat, I understand. Shoot me an email. Shoot me a DM. Let me know how you feeling. How is the meditation for you? It's different doing this online. I used to do it in person, and so I can feel y'all, and it was like, woo. And so when I'm doing it online, I can feel you. I definitely still can feel you. So I'm grateful for that. And the chat really helps as well, because it be confirmation when I see your chats coming through. But I would love to hear like a post check, like how are the meditations for you? Just so I can know, just so I can know and I can stay with the flow. That's the main thing. So with that being said, time to say Good evening. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your full moon night. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dina. Giving thanks, sis. Sending love all the way to New York, sis. So grateful. And sending love and protection to your family, your children. I hope all is well with all of them. We give thanks. Thank you, Dina. Good night. Rest well. You're welcome, sister. Love you much. Rest well. You're very welcome, Tawana. Good night to you and the family. I pray it was a beautiful time for y'all. Yay! Oh, your daughter B-Day celebration? Okay, we have close birthdays. That's beautiful. Great. You know, it's child friendly, family friendly. So bring the fam. And the link is in any of my bios. Not sure how you found out about this meditation, but the link to the event is in any of my bios or my Eventbrite, queenyin.eventbrite.com. You're welcome, Hannah. Good night, sister. Rest well. Peace, Queen. Rest well. Good night, Queen. I love you, Kim. Queen, do you push yourself? What do you mean, Kim? Do I push myself? Do I push myself? Push yourself. Well, if you mean do I make myself do something, or do you push yourself to do your work? Yeah. You know, definitely. What I do is, as I go, I'm reflecting and see why my will is a little low at the moment, and I gauge to see Am I inspired? Why am I not inspired? Or instead of the why am I not, I look at how can I become more inspired? Because I'm clear about something I desire. You know, I desire to do the work. I desire for, but then I want to know, like, well, how can I do it where it's in a vibrational match to me right now? What can I do? And the answers usually come, you know, and that's the inspired actions that I talk about. Like when you get into a meditative mode and you're really reflecting, it don't have to be complex, you know, you could just be sitting quietly and just putting something on your mind, you know, like I really desire to, I don't know, get more healthy. Really desire to get more healthy. I'm not inspired. I really desire to get more healthy, but I'm not inspired. I really desire to be inspired to get more healthy. I would love taking care of myself. I would love for exercise to be fun to me. I would love for my appetite to curb naturally without me feeling deprived. I would love, and that's kind of how that's the meditation that I would do. That's the kind of meditation. And then once I speak those things and I just speak what I'm wanting, remember focusing on what I want, inspired actions usually come. And when those inspired actions come, I immediately try my best to immediately, follow those. You know, so I do, you know, but I do push myself. But in the meantime, in between time, while I'm pushing myself, I'm still acknowledging my feelings. I'm still acknowledging the fact that I don't feel inspired right now, you know. And sometimes that inspired action is to shift, you know, it shifts my desire. You know, it may be the case that, you know, what I'm wanting or what I feel like my heart needs or want shifts. Meaning like, I changed my mind. I don't want this no more. That happens. And sometimes it changed back. Like, I think I do want it, you know. That happens too. So I just kind of be easy about it, you know. The main thing I just make sure that I do, Kim, that I want to say to you is I just make sure I'm doing the energy work. I make sure that I am taking some time out to meditate. I make sure I'm taking some time out to do the moon rituals, to burn my candles, to get out in nature, to go on a gratitude rampage, to you know, I just make sure that's me always, you know. I learned how important, I really learned how powerful, I would say, it is for me to be disciplined with I'm not going to use the word discipline, consistent with my energy work as an entrepreneur. Like, that's what really helped me to get it. Because as an entrepreneur, you don't have that check coming guaranteed. Well, you do, you know, but in your mind, you know, you don't, because you don't have that physical person that's saying, I'm going to pay you every 2 weeks or every month. But you do, you know, and that it makes it difficult at first because it's not a physical person. It's just energy. It's like, what? Oh my God. But after a while, you realize there's no strings attached. You just do the work and it comes, you know, there's no strings attached. You know, you do the energy work, you follow inspired actions, you identify stress, you get rid of the stress as soon as possible, you identify your anxiety, you check your feelings, you work with your emotions, you do that work like constantly and follow inspired actions while you're at it. And you just kind of look up and life is just kind of like working out for you for real. Life is just working out for you. And it's every day, every moment reminder type of thing to yourself. You gotta do it every day, every moment. You just gotta keep reminding yourself that everything is working out. Everything is working out. Everything is working out. Everything that I need, I have access to. Everything that I need, I have access to. It's nothing to stress about. Breathe. Just talk to yourself. Breathe. Release. Open your heart. Relax. Lighten up. Look up. Open your eyes. Find something beautiful. Find something amazing. Close your eyes. Be still. Breathe. See the color purple. Surround yourself with the color purple. Surround yourself with the color green. Breathe. Allow your heart to open. Allow your roots to get rooted. Allow your roots to grow. You see, I'm just like talking. I have to just literally talk myself down. Allow the roots to get down. Let the roots get the nutrients. Now stand up tall. Grow. Allow yourself to grow. And sometimes a totem will come by and tell me to be more productive. Like the bee. I don't know if you heard the story when I was telling you about how the bee came, but it was literally like right there. Not in my ear, but so close that I felt like it was in my ear. And then the next day, it was like hovering like right here. A big bumblebee just kind of sitting. And everywhere I went, bees were. I'm like, oh, let me look up this totem. And the totem just asked a simple question. Are you being as productive as you could be? Are you being as productive? I checked myself. No, I wasn't. My schedule wasn't, I didn't have my schedule together like I wanted it to be. I wasn't being as productive. I wasn't doing everything that I had access to do on the mission that I was on at the current moment. And so I checked myself. The bee helped me to check myself. So that was a long answer, Kim, but did I answer it? I tried to tune into your question and like give life to it, to help. I hope that was helpful. We got 11 people who sticking around. It's still early for me. Yes, Kim. I knew it. I knew you was focused. I could see your face while I was talking. So we here right now, y'all, those who stay in tune. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. I love it when we have the Q&A. But, I won't push it. But I do linger around just in case. We got some people who want to take advantage of the moment and get some clarity on some things. We just kind of hang out for a little while afterwards. Oh, guess what, y'all? I'm going to share something with everybody who's tuned in. 1 second. I'm going to go get something real quick. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm learning how to play it. And I'm going to be great at it. But I've been like, I want to do some meditation music for the tribe. I really be into it. I used to be into music. I used to sing. I used to play the flute. All my people are into music. My father writes music and he plays several instruments. And my brother plays the drums and he composes as well. So anyway, my reading kept saying, you need to get back into creativity. You need to get back in music and all this stuff. That's what when I say my reading, my 13 sign astrology reading. And when I say kept saying it, I'm not getting a new one. I had gotten mine done about 5 years ago. And so every season or whenever I feel like it, I just revisit it because it speaks to you each time you revisit it. Just why it's so powerful to have that thing. It's so powerful. So I was reading it one time and it kept like each time I read it for 3 times in a row. it kept resonating with me. You need to get back into your creativity to channel your energy or to exercise your energy, the energy that may not be being exercised. And so it's manifesting as like stress or anxiety or lack or something like that. So I'm like, So I was inspired by this brother on Instagram. He plays the flute so well. The Native American flute though. I was like, is that a recorder he got? But I wasn't aware of I was aware that there was a Native American flute, but I don't know, I just didn't gravitate to it before it. So when I heard his music, I was like, wow. So I purchased my own very first flute, Native American flute. It's 432 hertz frequency because I want to use it for meditation. So it's tuned to 432 hertz frequency. It has moonstones in it. It has a moonstone right here and a moonstone right there. And this little circle right here means eternal life. It's representing eternal life. It's custom made. It's cedar wood, which cedar wood is like powerful. I have prayer beads that are cedar wood. It smells amazing. I love the smell of cedar. It's so great. It smells like an incense while I'm playing it. And I'm gonna learn how to play it. I'm really excited. And you all are gonna hear it when I feel compelled to share because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my issue. Would you recommend just letting go of family relationship that never seemed to work? That would be so amazing. A concert. Yeah. Would I recommend letting go of family relationships that never seem to work? I think you should let go of all relationships. Queen Yan, why you had to go there? What helps with all relationships that help them to reconcile is detachment. That's what helps with every relationship. When you detach and allow people to be them and you be you, and you do it without being angry or sad, when you're able to detach without detaching because of sadness, fear, anger, blah, blah, blah. You're just detaching for the sake of detachment because we are groomed to attach ourselves to things in this physical world, and especially our family. You know, our mom, our father, our cousin. That's my brother, though. That's my and I'm not denouncing that whatsoever. But we were never really groomed with an understanding that we're spiritual beings having human experience. All of us, no matter who we are, and whatever it is. And so when you're able to detach, then you're able to allow people to be, however they are, and also allow yourself to want. So say you have a cousin, right, who is two-faced. Let's just take that. I don't know. Backbiting, smile in your face but stab you in the back. I don't know. Talk about you all the time. Whatever. When you detach, you're able to acknowledge that this person is doing this. They have this behavior for a reason. Something in their vibration is causing them to be this way. So I'm not going to take it personally because it has nothing to do with me. But I do want a close relationship with this cousin. So in my new moon journals, I'll write it. When I pray, I'll keep it in my prayers. When I express my desires out into the universe, I'll put it there. But I'm not going to hold on to any outcomes or attach to any kind of expectations. I'm not going to focus too much on those prayers and pray a billion times. And I'm not going to do all of that. I'm just going to put it out there. I really desire to have beautiful, flowing relationships with my family. May I have beautiful, flowing relationships with my family. May my energy be open where they feel safe to be themselves around me. And may my energy be protected enough so that as they are safe to be them around me, I am also protected so that I can continue to be me. And you just keep praying that prayer. You create a prayer or affirmation to just help you. That's it. Just help the energy. That's it. And you detach yourself from it and keep functioning, knowing that you have them in prayer, you have y'all in prayer, you two or whatever in prayer. And in the meantime, you're not trying to make them. You're not trying to. I think the words you use is if that relationship never seemed to work, you're not trying to make it work. Not looking for it to work, because for it to work means to you they're able to be them, you're able to be you, and that's good. That's being able to work. Uh, that's really it. And that's for every relationship. So yes, I absolutely think that you should let go of family relationships that never seem to work, and letting go really is to just attach. If you feel like calling them, call them. If you don't. You feel like going to see them, go see them. If you don't. But don't have any, like, I'm not going to see them because they get on my nerves. I'm not going to go because, you can't you want to release that, because that's still a level of vibration there that you don't want to have, that you're going to perpetuate. I hope that answered the question, Kim, with your great questions tonight. Was there any special properties to the necklace you were wearing? Was it a crystal? It reminds me of a puzzle piece. Oh, thanks for the question. I actually took it off because it was distracting somebody, and I didn't want to be a distraction. But yes, that is, this is an agate, a blue-gray agate, actually. No, this was the gray agate, just gray agate. It's a beautiful piece too. I don't know if you can really see, but even on the top it has like crystals. I was inspired one day to try my hand at rapping. That's how this happened. And this one, it's by this brother, Symmetry. That's what his business is called. But it's spelled Simitre, the 2 E's, Symmetry, Simitre. And he makes divinely inspired copper pieces. He like custom makes them, or he makes them, and then he also makes custom pieces. This one is not custom, but he has a puzzle piece line. And it's funny because it's one piece that he's cutting from, but he's cutting out puzzle pieces. And so the meaning behind it, as soon as I saw it, I thought, whoa, powerful. It's a representation of my life. I'm just one piece of the puzzle. Connected to everything. You know what I'm saying? If I'm important enough, I am an important part of the whole. I'm unique. It just embodied a lot. And if you notice, it has a little crystal in there too. Let's see. So, he told me his meaning behind it, and it was powerful, his meaning, and it somewhat resonated with my meaning. But when I saw it, I immediately thought, that's me. I'm just a piece of the puzzle. I'm just a piece of the puzzle. And my existence, it helps the whole come together. And so it makes me feel important, but it also gives me a level of responsibility. I feel, responsible for my work. I feel responsible for my purpose. So that was that. Oh, and the agate is just agate is a beautiful yin and yang stone in general. The gray agate is great for a lot. It's great for intuition. It's great for, like I said, yin and yang, bringing those energies together. Brings the masculine and feminine energy together. And so I like to wear it it's kind of, I don't wear stones out. Like, I don't even really advocate for that, because when you're using stones for spiritual work, it's good for you to keep them sacred. So I usually have them tucked in. If I do have them on there, they're my bra, they're my talisman. But I chose to use that one as one of my outside Ori type of stones. So any stones you choose to wear, like as a ring or a bracelet or a necklace, make sure you're intentionally deciding, okay, this is my Ori stone, and choose accordingly. You know, you don't want a certain level of energy. You don't want some energies given off to your Ori like that. Like, you know, some stones I'm not gonna wear out like that. It's for me, you know. But gray agate, I would love to. It's so late, y'all. My brain is moving slow. The words are not coming to me like I want them to come. But I would like to give off an energy that promotes yin and yang energy coming together, peace, balance. And so that's why I chose that stone. Woo, girl, that's a lot for me to get out. That's what I got off of it. So beautiful, detail, very unique. Thank you, sis. I really loved it. I saw it at the Buy Black, the We Buy Black conference. That's where I was at. He was vending there. He's New York based. He's in New York. He's in Brooklyn, I think. And he has a lot of pop-up shops. You can find them online. Symmetry, Symmetree. Symmetry. Just put in Symmetry Copper Jewelry. It should pop up. He's on Instagram and all of that stuff too. Really dope brother. He also had this thing on his, it was so dope. He had this like little copper rod. He was a bald head brother. But it was this piece of copper that went all the way around his head, and it kind of rested like right by his, right where this area is. It was dope. Precisely. All right, y'all. I'm running out of steam. So I love y'all. And I look forward to seeing y'all, whoever's coming on Saturday. And if not, then I will see y'all on the new moon. You're welcome, Tabitha. Oh, it was your first time too. I hope you enjoyed it. Yay, Tabitha. I hope you enjoyed it. Rest well, all y'all hung in there. Y'all like, I'm staying around. I'm gonna stick around, see what's being said, y'all. Get every piece of this energy that I can get. I don't blame you. I would be doing the same thing. Peace, y'all.